Hey Jay, where have you been for almost a month? Well, pardon me while I tell you and simultaneously segue directly into the jokes that I'm about to tell. I work at a bed store. And I know what you're thinking, but you don't look like the kind of person who I'd want anywhere near a piece of furniture that I plan to sleep on. Well, you're probably right. And so I'm sure everybody I deliver to is very surprised to see me carry their bed into their house. And rest assured, I put my dick all over that mattress. My boss likes to say that we're selling people dreams, but I prefer to think that I'm selling people the ability to bang strangers comfortably. And that's something that I want to try and work into my sales pitch. Like, this bed here would be perfect if you're bringing a 9 or a 10 home from a bar, but if you're aiming a little bit lower, I'd suggest this one over here. It's cheaper, but you don't want to spend big money on somebody with two lazy eyes. Memory foam, I've learned, is kind of like a double-edged sword because on one hand, you don't want to roll over and fall into somebody's scoliosis imprint after they leave, but on the other hand, it's far less likely that the other person will wake up if you get out of bed to wash the stench of mistake off of your genitals. So these beds here are super soft and they have a lot of give, which is good if you have a kid with hydrocephalus because you can sleep on his side finally and his head will just sink right in. Or you could go the other route and get one of the extra firm beds to try to force it back into shape, or just punish him for being more of a burden than a blessing. All of our beds come with a 20-year warranty and a guarantee that when you bring Freddy Krueger back from the dream world so that you can kill him in real life and he'll leave you alone for a few months, you'll get a great sleep doing it. Apparently the gentleman who worked at the store before me lied on his Plenty of Fish account and said he was a dentist, but then one look at his profile picture would clearly indicate to you that his teeth were falling out of his head. Like, that's the least convincing lie ever. You're a dentist and your teeth are atrocious? That's like a double-leg amputee saying that he's a professional cyclist. That's like claiming to own a seeing eye dog in order to get him onto a bus, but then the driver looks down and sees that the dog has no eyes. I mean, if you're gonna tell a lie, at least don't make it one that's blatantly untrue. You don't see too many demons signing up for ChristianMingle.com. So the moral of the story is, I know how to put 1 year's worth of university education to great use. Going to school for film is about as effective as putting all of the movies you've seen on a resume and expecting that to impress anybody who's in charge of hiring anyone ever. My extensive knowledge of Rob Zombie's terrible Halloween remakes really sets me up for this job in investment banking. Here's a hot tip. Don't drop any of your money on a remake from Rob Zombie. Now, I know I don't have any relevant work experience, but hear me out. I've seen The Matrix like 18 times. Yeah, I'll give you a second to let that sink in. Unrelated closer, I really hate washing my feet in the shower because every time I bend over, a stream of water will inevitably run down my face and peg me in the eye. I feel like I'm getting pissed on by Mr. Clean. Oh, here's one. Writing down ideas from dreams is like eating jelly beans with your eyes closed. It might seem tasty at the time, but there's no order. It's just a mishmash of color and flavor, and instead of turning into a rainbow, it just comes out as a wet clump of messy brown shit. I came up with that one while I was asleep.